Today what we're going to do is we're going to figure out what is the problem with the spout. I would push down on the turn knob on the spout for some water, stuff like that, and then what would happen is I'd be cooking coffee, and then I'd turn around and I'd see this big leak of water coming out of my jerry can. Now when you're down at a campsite and stuff like that and you're 30 minutes away from town, if you have this thing stuck open and water's just like pouring out of it, not a good thing. On the spout here, when I turn it to let the water out, and then if I turn it off, sometimes it'll stop. Sometimes I just pushed it down, I didn't even turn it. So the water's still coming out. This is locking it in. So I'm locking it in, the water's pouring out. I would do this if I had the shower nozzle on. So I just turned it off, and you see that it's still coming out. So it's kind of tricky where you have to play with it. Now, I don't know why it's doing this, and if I tap it, sometimes it stays on like this. And so if you're out and you're camping, water is really important, and you turn around, next thing you know, all your water is getting drained out. What I think is going on in troubleshooting this is that you'll notice when you go out and you're camping, you're going to be dealing with all kinds of wind and weather elements and stuff. So I think dirt and dust gets caught up in this compartment up here, and it gets up into this little groove, this little area up in here, and then gets it up into the spring. And so there's a spring under here, and you can see it there. And it's a big bodied spring. It's not nimble. So I'm going to soak this because you really can't, from what I've discovered, you really can't get at it. This is what it looks like. They've got a plunger here. Now this plunger it feels like it's got some kind of lube, and I would suspect that that's food grade silicone. There is a O-ring right here. This part right here is what you're seeing when you're looking down into the spout right there. So you have your spout, you have this little cylinder here, you've got your little O-ring right there, and then rubber O-ring. So let's just say that goes down in there like that, right? So then you have your spring. Spring goes on here. And then there's 4 clips right there that I broke. So there you have the tap. And there's those 4 broken little plastic clips. I'm really surprised to the fact that the Lifesaver company didn't drill a hole like in the center there and put a screw there so that the consumer could actually undo that screw, and then you could simply just turn this and take this tap off. It looks to me like you actually have to destroy this unit in order to, well, they want you to buy a new one, a whole new unit. But this gasket that's down there, I mean, this thing's going to wear out just like all O-rings. Not a gasket, but the O-ring. That O-ring is going to wear out. So now you'll be able to see that this one that I traded out, every time I push down, it closes. Okay? And that's what you want. And if I turn it to open it continuously, it stays open. Turn it, it's off. So this is proper functioning. Thank you very much for watching the video. If you have any comments or suggestions or any advice, please leave them down in the description, and appreciate it.